Jake Camarda set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Takes it at the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he works free. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
To throw on second down. Bush. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the ground. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Bush. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Logan Hall in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Buccaneers at 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Julian Blackman bringing him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Mayfield down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high-percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bush under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Oh, what a move. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 41. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Bush going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Play fake. Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. Fournette running right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bush. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to count.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So a couple of... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Succo. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running left, Taylor. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 60. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would.
Touchdown! Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue. Found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns makes the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around the rooms, walk around the bench area saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point try now for Saka. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not only the cough, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Bush. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming. They'll come to the line and needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw. Bush. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 45. One of the better plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw on 2nd down. Bush. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the gun on third down, Bush, and able to connect with Berrios. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Pierce, we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finding Pittman, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And, partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at the play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out of the scene? Where will these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Baker. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Mayfield to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were. I just love being able to be witness to a game like this.